get there.
Don't let the bass kick.
But can anybody stop JJ with moves like that?
There, as Z pulls up, looking for the double tap, gets it! What a... Rocket League IQ and Sloppy Snails just able to get one right over.
Bolton now takes the one touch, tries to find the other, gets the double tap with 1 minute.
Absolutely, we go for an air dribble play. Darkring's waiting for that pass midfield. Flick through set. Air dribble still. It's over one. The shot is on. What a pass!
And ball out they will. I'm expecting some flip resets, some musties, you know, some breezies. It's going to be nice. And we have face off. Here they go. The timer is ticking down. At this point, Crocs with Socks is going to pop this one up into the air. Bolton's going to blast this one down toward the net, but Pinky's going to send this one high up into the sky.
Oh my
and
goodness! Flick doesn't want to wait too long. Says, hey, I understand you're here to see what I can do. I am dressed to impress. I am here to impress, and just like that, on the board. 49 left to go in our game number 1.
I'm going to be honest with you. That goal happened so fast, I didn't even see it because I was looking at my right monitor and then I looked back and it was in the net. Unbelievable. Great way to start the action with just a few seconds off the clock. Crocs with Socks is going to 50 this one. It's going to go down to the other end of the field. We're going to have Bolton trying to collect this one as he pushes this one down. Pinky in the air to meet him, but a demo in front of the net is going to open up an opportunity, but Pinky stays on the ball, keeping this one in the offensive half. Alec BIG looking for the shot, can't get it. The defense was sturdy.
Yeah, we are seeing the Cyclones take to the aggressive mode early and often, exactly what they're going to need from this offense of Astro. They are going to need to press. We saw exactly what Flix is capable of. Almost takes care of it again, but you see the save there. Oh my goodness, again, early and often, like I say, we are seeing those demos start to come out to play across the field. Not necessarily one designated fiend. We're seeing it go across the field left and right, and don't think I don't appreciate that.
Absolutely, and I want to say too, you know, you're watching the aggressive play style from Astro here, and they're going to want to watch out because I'm noticing they're all pushing up on each other a little bit, and that's going to open up a clean opportunity for the Cyclones to just break out and break away, and you know the Cyclones want that. As this one gets 50'd off the wall, it's going. Alec BIG is going to meet the ball to the wall. He gets it around his teammate and the defense, and this one is going to be sent off to the side by Bolton, where it is cleared to safety.
Yeah, like you say, Astro, I appreciate what they can do. They have the roster. They do not, I believe, need to press anywhere near as much, but the Cyclones, again, they have that defensive mentality, but they also like to lull you into a false sense of security. That's where Crocs and Pinky, I think, can be so very effective. If you're Astro, I think if you just play your game, you keep to the fundamentals, just rotate, you know where everybody else is, you communicate, you'll be good to go. As we see Pinky there, getting the save, pressing up there, in the Cyclones corner. Crocs with Socks trying to make things happen, and it's right in the net. Oh, what a save by Pinky! And this is what I'm talking about, Pickle. I have seen him do it countless times over and over again. So many saviors. That is what you're going to expect. Getting the boost steal in front of Brick there, and this is what we were talking about, that aggressiveness from the Cyclones coming out to play.
Absolutely. Love to see Pinky getting that one. Big time save there, keeping the game within 1 with 2:30 left to go here on the clock. Crocs with Socks. Every time I say clock, I say Crocs with Socks right after it. I'm noticing as Bolton slams this one down.
Tell you what, Crocs with Socks will be on the clock eventually, but you see Bolton, though, the mastermind Flix just popping it up. What an excellent team play there. Right place, right time. That was completely calculated. Back to school, very topical. Back to you, Pickle.
Fresh cakes. That's the Donnie difference. Alec and Brick, 50 on this one for the face-off. This is now in the offensive half for the Cyclones. If they can get a touch, and they do, as ZDL Pinky is able to keep this one. That is almost looking like an opportunity for Crocs, but he has been deleted from the existence of that play. And this one is going to get 50 back to the wall as Crocs comes back in. It gets popped off of ZDL. He tries to look for the shot, but it is again blocked by Astro. They just cannot find an opening in this defense. There is always somebody in the way.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They absolutely, in the Cyclones, have to continue with this aggressive nature, at least early on. Look, I know you're down 2-0, almost a buck 40 left to go here in our game number 1, but if you keep taking those shots, as good as they have been defensively, and you see 2 back in net for Astro, that is going to eventually slip past. After all, these are only human beings, or so we think. Look, at the end of the day, bots are not allowed, I don't believe, in the QRLS, but you never know if they're just that little bit will come through where humanity gets shoved aside and we get a little bit of AI in there. After all, we have seen so much of it in the past weeks, and no doubt in the coming weeks as well.
And Astro just doing such a great job maintaining possession on this ball. Anytime that they are getting a touch, they are trying to make sure that they are pushing out the opposition or trying to get them to fake over or under the ball to keep that possession alive. Alec, BIG looking for the pass. Pinky goes for the shot, but it is sent wide. Bolton is going to collect this one through the corner, but Alec is there, the big dog, with a big touch, keeping that one away from the center of the field. Pinky with the shot, but it's just a bit wide. The post had different plans for dinner.
And like we mentioned, they were Astro having some difficulties maybe a little bit early on, but they were able to go back. That talent, that rotation, they were able to settle in. They obviously are feeling really good. Shot on net there. Unfortunately, Pinky tries to take the shot. Does not happen. Brick with his 3rd save of this match, trying to hit something slick there, but unfortunately, Crocs there. We are seeing, by and large, a solid defensive effort, but the skill of Astro might be a little bit too much for Crocs with Socks. Here's say, I appreciate as well what the talent of Astro can do, but the gentle touch by Pinky, and to your credit, this is what you spoke of, an excellent team play there. 11 seconds left, but again, this is Rocket League. A sweet little kickoff goal could tie us up. Simple as that.
Absolutely. I'd love to see it, and it doesn't look like we might get it as GM Flicks pops this one up off the backboard. And they got to challenge this with possession, but he sends it back to Bolton, who is going to collect, but this is now down on the other side of the field. No time left on the clock. It is do or die in game 1. ZDL Pinky sends this one to the mid. Crocs with the touch. He sends it back to the wall, but Brick misses big. Ups it to the floor.
Goodness. How unfortunate right there. Right there. But I will tell you what, this only sets the tone for later. You see that there? Flicks and Bolt doing what needs to be done, an assist apiece. Great save game. They're 6 in total, a shot game. That both teams very even, and we are seeing the save capability, the defensive ability of Crocs with Socks and Pinky. Alec, I have seen this before, kind of sitting back. This is an opportunity for him to come out and make a statement. I've seen it before, like I said, with Crocs, with Pinky. Let's see if it unfolds that way.
And I think we're going to see another tightly contested matchup in the next one. I mean, only 2 goals scored for Astro in this one, when we're used to seeing a much more explosive performance from them, I would say. Cyclones doing a great job defensively with 4 saves, but look at the save total on Astro there. Unreal. 6 saves, 6 opportunities, and 6 denials that they were able to keep out of their net, making it safe haven central right in front of their own green.
And don't think I don't see you out there, Bolt, with the 3 demolitions. I'll tell you what, Alec, though things may not show up on the official stat line, don't think I don't see those demos as well. If it was me, you would have all the points, my friend. I know Psyonix might not give them to you, but I certainly am.
No doubt, and we do have face-off coming up. It looks like I think we're just waiting for one more person to hit the field here, and we got it. They're putting in CJ. How is this going to pan out for the Cyclones? You know he's been waiting for this moment. Let's see if any of the practice he's been putting in pays off with this team, as Bolton's going to send this one down off the back wall, and Brick is going to score a quick one again, 6 seconds in.
Brick breaks through the wall just like that. Let's have a look. Bolton takes the pop. What a pass. My goodness, sneaking right past Pinky. I'm going to tell you what, I did not anticipate that. Not with 6 seconds, all of 6 seconds off the clock here in our game number 2 with 1-0 lead. Does have Astro.
And Crocs with Socks is going to take this one off the wall as he looks for another touch. Bolton's going to get a nice touch that keeps that over, but this one is in. Crocs with Socks netting another one.
Back to back. I'll tell you what, I don't necessarily know that I would be seen wearing Crocs, but I would love to be seen playing with Crocs. The gentle touch up and over. Flick's got to be feeling good about that. Not at all at once. 4:45 left to go here in our game number 2.
And we do have face-off here. 4:45 left to go. Still plenty of time on the clock with a 0-0 game, or should it say 1-1. Everything's level on this field as ZDL is going to look for the touch, but GN Flicks is going to 50 him as this one goes back to the mid, and you're going to have Bolton looking for the shot, but he just can't get to it. The ball was too quick.
A dangerous, dangerous spot. Great move by Astro. But again, you see Crocs starting to move up here. It has been a hot minute, I will tell you, since I have seen the play of CJ. But I have seen what he's capable of. Can be a major X factor here for the Cyclones. I think exactly what they need after what was a very fiery game 1, but they clearly need an X factor. They need something out there, and Alec, I appreciate him, but just not necessarily being able to convert anything onto the legitimate stat line. And unfortunately, when you are playing a team the likes of Astro, you can't really afford that.
Very true. You need to capitalize where capitalization is needed, and that's usually at the beginning of a sentence. And what a touch by Pinky as he's able to redirect this one into the net.
Pinky, the cheekiest shot I ever have seen. The toss from Croc to Pinky. Exactly what you said in the pregame. You don't necessarily expect it to happen, but there it is. 2-1 in favor of the Cyclones. 3:45 left to go in our game number 2.
He really does just have that cherry pick mentality, and Crocs just wanted the ball more than Pinky right there. Bumping him out of the way, just slamming him aside, saying this ball is mine, and it is in front of the net with Pinky looking for a shot. Crocs is going to follow this one up. CJ is back to receive this as it gets sent there by Astro, and a nice redirect attempt by Pinky there again. He is just always on the prowl for these extra touches. CJ looking for the shot, sends it a bit wide, and then saves it on his own teammate.
Fortunately, you see the save. Cyclone on Cyclone. Flick's able to make things happen there. Also, I've noticed with the Cyclones, it looks like they are playing a little bit further back. Not necessarily a traditional mid, actually playing, I want to say almost 3/4 of the field, but they are pressing. And I love to see that. They are going to need it if they want to take it. They want to make me look good with that series win. They are going to continue to need to press. I don't know if you can see this, Pickle, but are you noticing them playing a little bit wider?
They are, for sure. I think they're trying to spread out a little bit, which is not a bad idea, you know, because you want to be able to cover more ground for sure. And if they're a little spread out, they're going to be able to do just that. CJ's been looking pretty good, I just want to say. Play ago, he was up there on that aerial looking for the shot down on the ball, but it was blocked by Astro. He wasn't able to capitalize, but being there in position in turn, pretty impressive to see from him. As Crocs with Socks is going to get this one. He's going to flick it up. He's looking for a teammate to be there. Everybody's there as CJ sends this one again. All of Astro was just in the corner there. They're trying to get this one out desperately. They do not want to get scored on again, but it is looking dangerous.
The Cyclones are violently pressing on Astro's defense, trying to get that little crack, make it happen again. A 1-goal lead is not safe. Not with 1:55 left to go, not with 10 seconds left on the clock. Brick then saying, hey, you can't make the play if you're not there. And Bolton taking it down, getting the low 5 does Brick. You see this here. CJ put in an unfortunate position, just flat-footed against Bolt, and you are not going to handle that. Even with it, looked like Crocs in net. Just a fantastic play there by Bolt to tie everything up at 2. 1:49 left to go in our pivotal game number 2.
Yeah, 1:48 left. The clock is ticking, and we are going to come away with a winner here in game 2. Now, keep in mind, this is the one that I feel like is going to be an overtime, but we might not have it if Astro keeps scoring like that. Bolton popping another.
Look, you need a high-scoring affair in at least one of these, and the press has officially moved to Astro. As aggro as the Cyclones went early on, and as they have come back here in this game number 2, the momentum is swung back in the favor of Astro. 1:40 left to go, 3-2 in favor of Astro on the net. We got plenty of time, though, Pickle, to see an overtime game. Let's not jinx anybody just yet, but I'll tell you what, we need to see it.
We do need to see it, but we might not.
No! Oh, Brick and Bolton going back and back. Not necessarily a B&B, but BB works just fine. Oh my goodness, looking for the defensive opportunity. ZDL and Crocs, but just running around a little bit. not the best rotations in the whole wide world from the Cyclones.
Yeah, it looked like they had a little bit of a breakdown there once they got scored on. CJ just not able to get the touch. Nobody there to field it yet as Pinky is able to meet the ball while meeting GM Flicks. Looking for another touch. He gets a little one, and it was enough to send GM Flicks off his path as CJ is going down the field with this one. Crocs with Socks looking for the redirect. Redirects it into the wall, and Astro will come away with possession on this one. This is dangerous and a goal if I had to predict, and
Oh,
it is.
there it is. I'll tell you what, look, if Flicks wasn't going to get it, Brick definitely was, and you see this 5-2 situation here in our game number 2. Tough road to hoe, absolutely, for the Cyclones. I think at this point, we are starting to see that talented roster coming out to play.
Yeah, you knew they were going to show up at some point. I just didn't think it was going to be now, and you need Cyclones to show up in a big way here if they want any chance of winning in this series. Losing this one means they lose the series, but not that they haven't gotten swept yet. They still have a chance to win another one, but this one is on.
Oh my
Scoring
goodness.
another one.
Tell you what, you want to see lightning strike twice. It has struck 3 times in this match alone. Bolton right there, up and over. Crocs with Socks, though, trying to make the save. Unfortunately not. Now the rotation, we talk about that basic fundamental is serving this talented Astro roster again so well. 6-2 the lead. 45 seconds left to go here in our game number 2.
And Brick is going to send this one down. It's on the Cyclone side of the field again. And I got to tell you, when you're at this point in the game, in any series, and you're down by this much in the match, all you are looking forward to is the match ending and getting on to the next one. And I would be willing to bet you the Cyclones are feeling just that right now. Because once you go down by 4 with under a minute left, it just feels so unattainable. It's not impossible. It's just improbable. And you got to feel that they have to have some lower emotions on this right now. Looking forward to the next game, though. They might have a chance to bounce back and slap a win out of it.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? At this point, it is definitely all about getting reps. I try to do whatever I can, casual or comp, in this situation. I know easy for me to say, here are they possibly keeping everything up. See Pinky trying to go for it, tries to take the shot, not able to do that. Astro officially takes the series 2-0, setting up for the sweep. But the Cyclones are not totally out of it just yet. Let's have a look at the stat line here. Look at that shot differential, though. Astro with a grand total of, it looks like, 11. Excellent save work there by Flicks. Not just on the offensive end, can step up, get the savior as well. 3 goals apiece for Brick and Bolton. But you look at the opposite end, Pinky being his normal defensive stalwart self. Can't do it alone, though. Needs Crocs, needs CJ, needs out to be able to step up, because right now cannot do it all for the Cyclones.
No, it's gonna be a tough road back, and it looks like a tale of the same story with the bottom of the leaderboard there for the Cyclones. Similar event, similar result, different players, right? So you got to think, what combination could they work in now for Game 3 to try to bolster their team to getting this one win, squeaking out at least one win that they so desperately need to keep their playoff hopes alive? Do they continue to go with CJ at 136 ping, or do they go back to the big dog Alec BIG?
It's a tough question. Definitely, I mean, I've seen what they're both capable of. That ping, at the end of the day, that may be the determining factor. But let's have a look and see who we actually do get on the pitch. Wouldn't shock me at all if they go back to the original 3, and it looks like we are going to get that with Alex, Crocs, and Pinky out there. But we have the trio that has worked so well for Astro, Bolton, GN Flicks, and Brick out there for a possible sweep. But we shall see if the Cyclones are ready to deny them that.
And they are definitely ready to do so. It's just a matter of if they will. And let's see here as Astro is gonna, I believe, oh, I was wrong on this. I figured Bolton would have gotten to that ball far and clean before, and Crocs with Socks is able to get there, but this is now on their side, and there is no defender. Brick with a free shot.
Oh my goodness!
And it
Almost
goes.
a wonderful save attempt there by Pinky, who has just largely been nails, but almost an open shot there. The booty wide open. That was almost inevitable. 1-0 the lead for Astro. 4:47 left to go in our game number 3.
And they have scored so fast. With each of their first goals has come in within the first 15 seconds of each 3 of these matches here. And Alec with a nice demo. This opens up an opportunity and a bump. Crocs gets a shot on GM Flicks. Gets the touch, but it goes.
I'll tell you what, we have seen Crocs come out and respond. You mentioned that. Astro has come out so very quick in every every game getting that positive momentum, but right there, we saw both opportunities here, both scores. They were save opportunities that did not happen, and that is, again, exactly what both these teams, one to deny the sweep, one to very well get it. I'm curious to see if we don't get even more of those. Heck of a demo opportunity by Crocs and Bolton right there. Again, sneaking in. What a high-scoring affair. Already we have a look here. Again, Crocs getting the demo. Alex sitting there. Tries to get the pre-jump. Oh, maybe get a little bit touched. Bolt just being able to sneak it in, and it is 2-1. 4:28 left to go in our game number 3.
We do have face-off again. Pinky is going to come away with this one for his team. Alec looking for the double tap. Doesn't have enough boost to get there. Crocs with Socks was following it up, but so is Astro as they were able to send this one off to the side and keep it out. GNFlix dishes it around the opposition as this one is now back down on the other end of the field. Crocs with Socks with a shot on Brick is going to send this one back as the post denies.
Yeah, we are seeing, obviously, Astro feeling good, and honestly, I'm seeing the same level of enthusiasm and momentum that we saw in Game 1. It hasn't really wavered, briefly in Game 1 as they were kind of adjusting, as they were settling in, but things have been just absolutely flowing gorgeously for Astro, and I know that we're in a position with the Cyclones. They want to avoid the sweep. They want to feel good, and coming out with a win here has to feel good if they're able to fight against an Astro team that are playing so well that we talked about in the pregame. Look like they might be running away with a division title. Coming out, getting a win over them would feel great. Plenty of opportunities here, still 3:25 left to go in this one, and again, you do see the Cyclones continuing to press. Alec, unfortunately, not coming up with that pop, but Bolton, GNFlix, and Brick just kind of chilling out there on the pitch, vibing. Brick there, getting the save. Well done. Pinky right across to Alex. Alec able to. He is indeed exactly what the Cyclones needed. He has been the individual that has stepped up when Pinky hasn't been able to, when Crocs needed something else. Alec right there sneaks it under both Brick and Flix, tying everything up at 2 here. 3:09 left to go, trying to keep the chances of the Cyclones breaking the streak intact.
And we do have almost 3 minutes left on the clock with a tie game. 2-2. GNFlix popping this one up with the air dribble, sending it down, looking for the pinch on the wall, but he's going to get a pinch from ZDL Pinky instead. And this is going to go back down to the other side. Crocs is going to be quick to challenge, but Bolton is going to come away with that ball cleanly as Alec BIG sends this one down with the dish into the corner. And this one is in the midfield. And it gets 50. GNFlix comes away with it. A back pass to Bolton by Brick sends this one down, but this will be a Cyclones possession.
I want to give Alec all the credit in the world. You had Pinky, you had Crocs. We know that they are easily the two that you expect to come out and play in these games. The onus was on him, CJ having the struggles that he did, but Alec has come out, seems to be playing just over what he was able to do beforehand. Maybe this was there all the time. Maybe he just needed a little bit of a shove as he shoves into Brick, pops him off the map here, and I see Bolton trying to keep the ball away from Alec, who is starting to pop off, starting to feel it. Oh, but right there, Crocs with Socks says, yeah, and at the same time, while he may be popping off, I did come here for a reason. I did show up. You see the gentle pass by Pinky across to Crocs. Oh, and almost quite possibly a save there by Pinky, but fortunately, 3-2, the Cyclones in control right now. 2:04 left to go in our game number 3.
And the face-off shows GNFlix coming away with this one here as ZDL Pinky is going to put this one up to the sky, but this is going to be a shot on by Flix, and it's almost gone in, but Crocs with Socks is going to be able to get it because the top bar denies as he flicks this one up into the air. It is now back down for the Cyclones to collect. Pinky with a nice touch down into the corner. He can challenge this one nicely and keep the advantage away from Flix. They have another opportunity at a goal.
Look, at the end of the day, you take the defenders where you can get them. The crossbar, easily one of the best in the game, outside of the open net, and you start to see Alec again looking like he is taking point for the Cyclones this time around. We have seen him across the field. Looks like he maybe got the butt bump there by Brick, keeping the ball out of the Astro net. Crocs, though, now moving things up. Looks like he and Pinky maybe trying to serve things up again for Alec, who's just kind of hanging back there, looking for his opportunity, looking for his spot, takes the shot, and there it is! You speak the devil's name, and he shall appear again. Alec hanging back, maybe mid, maybe a little bit further, comes right in as Brick and Bolton are peeled off by Pinky. Well done. What a decoy play there.
Love to see it. And at this point, you got to think the Cyclones, all they really have to do is just hold for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Nobody should overcommit. Nobody should stretch themselves further than where they really need to be. You don't want to find yourself giving up easy goals, free goals. If they're going to get a goal, make them work for it, make them work hard. As Alec is going to be the one to collect this one as he pops up. He's going for it all, and he wants the Hattie, and he gets it with the fake.
There it is, gets the hat trick, and I'll tell you what, look, Cyclones may not take the series this evening as I predicted, but Alec has got to be feeling good out of this, showing that can definitely stand with Pinky, can definitely stand with Crocs. Again, I know they're not going to get the series win this evening, may prevent the sweep, again with a 5-2 lead here. Alec's got to feel good about this performance, if nothing else.
Absolutely, and you got to say, too, Game 1 was very winnable for the Cyclones here in this one. And, you know, they're just showing why it was so winnable for them as they're able to put up 5 goals of their own in this one. There's still time to net some more as Crocs with socks is looking for it, and he just doesn't get the full touch. Alec BIG, he's got the touch.
Who's it going to be? Who else is it going to be? I ask you, good sir. You see the pop up and over, Crocs going for it, but the touch, the gentle touch, there by Alec off of Bolton again. You got to take the victories where you can. 30 seconds left, 6-2, and you made an excellent point, right? Again, as well as the Cyclones played, they almost came away quite possibly with that 2-1 series win. Understand it didn't quite happen. Oh, but Genflick sitting there saying, hey, we got to get some on the board, as I say real quick. They definitely wanted the opportunity. They had it. It was right there. And it is a message, I think, to anybody moving forward that both of these teams are going to be too hot to handle in some cases.
I got to tell you, I don't think that's going to be the last goal we see here with the last 25 seconds left. I'm going to say one of these two teams is definitely going to get another one with how this has been going. Both teams are just thirsty for offense. And this one is going to be up. Alec BIG looking for it again as Gianflix takes this one off the back wall, but it is 50'd by Pinky, and it's blasted downfield, and this could be it. And there it is. Oh, man, could I have predicted it any closer?
Get the man a cigar, get the man a drink, get the man whatever he darn well pleases. We get into double-digit total. You wanted a high-scoring offering. There you go. My goodness, I'll tell you what. But again, you wanted offense. I think you can clearly say both of these teams have the opportunity. Now we see what they can do. Not only do the Cyclones have the opportunity of great defensive work with Crocs Sox and Pinky, but now maybe an offensive diamond in the rough moving forward as we see here. Cyclones take that one. They do lose the series 2-1, but again, after that, Pickle, I mean, they got to be feeling good about that at the very least. You see here, Alec, like I say, coming out here 4 goals on 5 shots, making them work. You see the 7 shots by Croc, unfortunately not able to make much happen in there, but what's your takeaway from that?
Just don't stop trying. I mean, like you're looking at game 2 and they're losing, 6-2. You know they're feeling defeated at that point, and being able to come back into this one and just slamming it all down on the table against Astro and saying, you know what, you can score 6 goals, we can score 6 goals too. You're not doing that much better than we are here in this one, and this was a close contest in all regards. I mean, you look at game 2 was just the outlier. Game 1 was a 2-1 victory for Astro. That was a tough match for them to take that one. The Cyclones had their opportunities in that game.
Yeah, and you look here at the field domination, 65% to 35% in favor of the Cyclones. That's kind of what we were talking about. Alec being able to sit back there, and you saw pick and chose those spots. Again, props to Pinky, the team mentality with 4 assists there. Again, yes, Astro making notice that, yeah, this is probably our division to lose. But by the same token, again, Cyclones coming out and saying, you know what, we may have lost the day, but we have not lost the rest of the season. And again, if you're going to come at us, you best come correct.
Absolutely. And we do have another match coming up for you guys here tonight. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be coming up very, very soon here. I just want to double check because I know we were potentially seeing if we could move up the time for it for convenience. It has been moved to 9:45. So in 15 minutes, the match will be coming to you. Instead of 10 o'clock, it will be at 9:45 instead, which is fantastic. It is going to be the Rangers taking on the Spectres, and the Spectres are looking to make a spectacle of the Rangers as they'd like to continue advancing in their division. If they're able to get a sweep here tonight, they will put some good distance and safe gapping between them and Elite Inc. But then again, you also do have, the opportunity for the Rangers, who are the lowest in their division at this point, to try to play that disruptor role and come away with some big wins that could change the shaping of that division.
Well, I will tell you what, sir, I do have to depart for now. But I said, hey, I said I would promise you a banger. I think we saw one, and I think you will see another one there. And the Spectres and the Rangers again has been great to be able to see all of these teams. It's great to be see all of these teams continue to improve and how they have fleshed out throughout the season. I look forward to even more. But for the evening, I must bid you all a fond farewell, a fond adieu, and I look forward to games coming down the road.
Hey, Corporal, thank you for joining us here tonight. Definitely a pleasure having you here for the first match of the night. And I can't wait to see what comes up next. But I wish you a good night, safe travels on your trip, and I hope all goes well. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm still here. I just am going to go grab myself a spot of water. Casting is thirsty work. So I will be right back in just a couple of minutes to continue this extravaganza we have for you here tonight.